All right, everybody. We are back. We are live. Uh well, at least I am. I'm pretty sure Eric is too.
What's up?
So, all right, this is episode what 14. Yeah, lock the rest of the family out of the bedroom. It's your private time, for Christ's sake.
It's my brother's room.
Oh,
But he's at my man cave.
it's your man cave till he comes home for a weekend.
Yeah, I have to clean it.
Yeah, he'll kick your ass. But all right, so this is episode number 14 of When Tunes Combine. Of course, I am Dutchy, aka Doug, aka Baldy Flat Scalp, as it shows down on the screen. Of course, joined by Money E, aka Eric, aka Crotch Stain on my underwear. AKA producer that doesn't actually know what producer means.
Yeah, I do.
Then why does it take you 3 weeks to put up a weekend worth of shows?
Yeah, I'll get better at that.
All right, that's all I can ask for. Until you don't do it, then I'm going to ask for more. But all right. So this is episode 14 of When Tunes Combine. We are doing Cops and Wildcats today. Or technically tonight, because I'm pretty sure it's almost dark out.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
That's why I have double light in here.
Yeah. So it is Cops and Wildcats tonight. For anybody that again has never seen the show before, you have good taste. But also, we take two cartoons on a regular basis. Sometimes it's more. Next week, it's going to be a lot more because next week is actually going to be a movie script. And we take them. I write a little bit of crossover collaboration with them. Then I read the script out to Eric. He tells me whether he likes it or not. If anybody else joins us in the chat room, they can also chime in. I don't know if I'll respect your opinion or not, but you can give me your opinion anyway. And that's basically how it works. Tonight is Cops and Wildcats. Last week was Biker Mice from Mars and Mighty Ducks, the animated series. Then the week before was Street Sharks and Dexter's Laboratory, which apparently was the worst one I had done yet.
It was still good.
I was just going to say, you could talk at any time.
Yeah. It was still good. It was still very good.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Yeah, and then next week is going to be the first When Tunes Combine movie. It starts like this whole universe that I'm starting to create. And I'll get into that a little bit later on so we can kind of preview it for everybody. It might be a hard thumbnail for you to come up with, even though like I'll tell you the characters of some of the shows that are going to be technically represented.
Maybe I'll get one character from each or something. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Well, that's why like I'm going to tell you like who's all, or not necessarily who's all involved, but I'll tell you like the shows that are going to have characters involved. So that way it kind of helps you out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Cops and
I said appreciate that.
No problem. But yeah, so Cops and Wildcats, I'll just get right into it. All right. Now, this is kind of based on the fact is whether or not people have seen Cops or Wildcats before. For anybody, and we really haven't done this because I've just assumed that everybody's kind of watched the shows or the cartoons. In Cops, and this was kind of like one of the things I had to look at, right? Because the cartoon Cops, this was in 1988, right? Well, it's set in the future, 2020. So, and they planned on like 2020 kind of being taken over by robots and all that stuff. So like it's in the future Empire City, and there's this group called the C.O.P.S, the Central Organization of Police Specialists. Uh, and they're fighting the bad guys, and then you have Wildcats, which is a kind of a rogue group, which is kind of like X-Men
Yeah,
almost.
kind of like the X-Men, Ghostbusters, all that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
definitely there's a lot of similarities between them and X-Men, which is why they didn't last as long. Because people thought it was just a ripoff of X-Men.
doesn't your brother like the Wildcats?
Yeah, I've seen all 13 episodes.
I think I did watch one with
Yeah.
you.
So, I mean, it's a good show, but so Wildcats is basically you have this group, and they're basically fighting off what they call the Damonites and this guy Lord Hellspawn, and they're trying to protect the world from Lord Hellspawn. And like most of the 13 episodes are spent trying to get like this magical orb, which is pretty much what they're trying to get here, although I have it like set up differently almost. But all right, here we go. Lord Hellspont is working on a portal to travel to the future to hide a power orb from the Wildcats. What are you trying to do, Lord Hellspont? Mr. Majestic asked. I'm setting a trap for the Wildcats,
It's our
Hellspont.
buddy.
Huh? Well, Liz, I am bald. So and plus Liz, you might actually know this too. If watching Whose Line Is It Anyway, you know that Colin Mockery actually called himself that once before too. Or no, Brad Sherwood called Colin Mockery that. I don't know, but that's where I kind of took it from. But good to have Liz in the chat.
Hi,
All
Liz.
right. So, all right. I'm setting a trap for the Wildcats, Hellspawn answered. I'm going to give you this orb, Majestic. You're going to go through this portal. Yeah, yeah, you're going to go through this portal into the future, into Empire City. Uh, into Empire City. You're going to hide it there. The Wildcats will follow you. I will trap them into the future. You will then bring the orb back. Understand? I understand, Lord Hellspont. I think Liz is saying that these are two cartoons that she's never even really heard of.
Never heard of Wildcats?
I mean, they were short-lived, so I mean, these aren't necessarily. I don't think Cops or Wildcats are kind of her cup of tea.
Yeah. Remember when you first told me about cops? I was thinking about cops. The
No. She
cop
said she's heard of
bad
both,
boy
but
cop.
never watched either.
I think I watched one episode of Wildcats with you guys.
Yeah. I personally like both. So, but actually, hold on a second here. I think I got something. I actually got this off of eBay
Ooh,
a couple weeks ago. It's actually a Cops and Crooks, which is the toy line for Cops. It's called the Airspeeder.
nice.
Yeah. So I was the only person that bid on it.
How much?
I ultimately ended up paying like $60 for it.
Not bad.
Yeah. So because it's still complete and in the box and all that too. All right. So here we go. So then Majestic answers with, I understand, Lord Hellspawn. Pike? He looks at one of his minions, Pike. He goes, Pike, you're going with him and take some Damonites with you, Hellspawn said. Yes, sir, Lord Hellspawn. Meanwhile, at Wildcats headquarters, Jacob Marlowe gathers the group together to discuss getting the power orb. Hellspawn has the power orb at a warehouse, Marlowe said. Just tell us where to go, and we'll go get it. Grifter said. Grifter being one of the Wildcats. Not so fast, Grifter, Spartan said. We need to have a battle plan. The battle plan should be to get the orb, Grifter said. It will be Grifter, but Spartan is right, said Zealot, another one of the Wildcats. Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll just be and then Grifter answers with, I'm going to get the orb. Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll just be that easy, said another Wildcat, Warblade. I'm done talking. I'm going for the orb. I'm done talking. I'm going for the orb. Grifter yelled. Grifter then ran off. Zealot ran after him. Doesn't he remember what happened with the last orb? Asked Voodoo. And then Big Maul, the big guy of the group, goes, Since when does Grifter think? All right. Well, that's a good point, Maul, Spartan said. Let's go after him, cats, Spartan then also said. Lead the way, Spartan, said Voodoo. The Wildcats tracked Grifter and Zealot down at Hellspawn's warehouse. They tried to stop Grifter from going in, but he won't listen. You know this isn't smart, right? Warblade asked. We need that orb, Grifter yelled. Grifter runs into the warehouse and starts fighting off Daemonites. Zealot runs in and helps him. The rest of the cats come in to help, and Hellspawn activates the time portal. Hellspawn then gives Majestic the orb. Majestic, take the orb into the future, Hellspawn ordered. Majestic then takes the orb through the portal. Grifter goes after him. Zealot then steps through, chasing after Grifter. Grifter, Zealot, this isn't smart, Spartan yelled. But, they're not listening. Hellspawn then uses a force field that shoots the rest of the Wildcats through the portal. The rest of the Wildcats wake up in a place called Empire City. Okay, 2 questions, Warblade said. 1, where are we? 2, where's Grifter and Zealot? Unfortunately, Warblade, Spartan said, I don't have an answer to either question. Okay, so I guess we just ask somebody where we are, Voodoo suggested. And then Big Maul wonders, Voodoo? I don't know if anybody here will willingly talk to me. All right, so Liz actually had a question here that I can answer and actually can give my impression voice a rest. And she goes, I'm looking at some of the characters through Wiki, and oh my God, is that a cowboy? And is that a dang cowboy in C.O.P.S? Why do they have a cowboy? All right, so the cowboy's name is Sundown, and he is a former, I believe it's it's either a sheriff or a Texas Ranger. So in C.O.P.S, what they did, this is the first time there's ever actually been a question in a chat room.
Thanks, Liz.
Yeah. I mean, there's been questions in the chat room, I think, of the wrestling show, but not in this show. So basically, in C.O.P.S, everybody that's recruited to be part of the C.O.P.S, the Central Organization of Police Specialists, they were basically taken from from other police organizations. And I believe Sundown was either a sheriff or a Texas Ranger or something to that effect. So that's why he's there. So they're just recruited from all over the country. You know how like a lot of task force are technically created.
Yeah.
Yes. So technically, Liz, he is a cowboy cop. Uh, I don't know if I actually have him making an appearance in this though. Uh, so all right, let's see if I can remember where I. You starred her comment. What are you doing?
Me? I'm looking at the cops.
Oh. You know, you starred her comment.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. All right. All right. So then after Maul's just like, yeah, Voodoo, I don't know if anybody will willingly talk to me. She goes, good point, Maul. They start walking down the street when they see the criminal that, and when they see two criminals, Rock Crusher and uh, Squeaky Clean, running out of a bakery with bags full of money. Hey, you two, stop! Spartan yelled. Oh, gotta switch over here.
I'm trying to look at that.
So Spartan yells, "Hey, you two, stop!" And then, are you all right over there, Eric?
Yeah.
All right, good.
I'm just
Spartan.
reading some information about cops.
Oh, okay. Spartan, we know nothing about this place. Warblade said. Do you really think we should get involved? They're breaking the law, Warblade. Spartan answered. Yeah, and we don't look like locals. Warblade then stated. He's got a point, Spartan. Uh, Liz just brings up another point. Yeah, I'm not surprised Wildcats is from the 90s and originally from Image Comics. She goes, it absolutely looks like one. Yes, it does.
Cops was when? In the 2000s?
Yeah. No,
No,
Cops was
80s. Late
yeah,
80s.
Cops was the cartoon came out in the 80s, but it was set in 2020.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, all right, he's got a point, Spartan. He's got a point, Spartan. Maul said. Before Spartan can say anything, Grifter goes after the Rock Crusher and Squeaky Clean. Zealot joins in on the attack. We've got this, guys, Grifter yelled. We can handle these criminals, Zealot stated. That might not be a good idea, you two, Voodoo said. They're criminals. They're criminals. They need to be punished, said Zealot. Zealot knees Rock Crusher in the face. Grifter throws Squeaky through a car window. As that happens, two officers, Mace and Highway, show up to gain control of the situation. What's going on here? Mace asked. All right. We've got this under control, fellas, Spartan said. Or not Spartan, Grifter said it. You're in our jurisdiction, pal, Highway said. Grifter, you might want to back off, Warblade suggested. These punks are breaking the law, Grifter stated. And we'll take care of them, Mace then said. Grifter, Zealot, let these officers do their work, Spartan demanded. I don't like their attitude, Grifter said. Yeah, but this is their city, Grifter. Or this is their city, Grifter, Maul said. As they're arguing, the criminals escape. They got away, Zealot yelled. Zealot and Grifter started pushing Highway and Mace. You need to watch yourselves, Mace warned. You bums need to do your job, Grifter yelled. Mace then Mace then maced Grifter. Zealot tried to attack, but Highway tackled her to the ground. They then put them in the cop car and drove away. Well, all right. And then Voodoo goes, well, that didn't go smooth, did it? Let's head to the police station and try to straighten this out, Spartan said. We can find the orb later. At the police station, Officer Bulletproof started interrogating Grifter. Who are you and what's your business here? Bulletproof asked. And then Grifter goes, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. Answer the question, Bulletproof demanded. Before Grifter could say anything, Sergeant Longarm walked in. Bulletproof, there's a team outside that said they know the two vigilantes, Longarm said. I'll be right there. I'll be right there, Bulletproof said. I'll be back, so get your story straight. Can I help you? Bulletproof asked the Wildcats. My name is Spartan, Spartan answered. This is Maul, Voodoo, and the Warblade. You have Grifter and Zealot in custody. What? Who are you guys? And what's your business here? Bulletproof asked. And then Spartan answered with, it's a long story. Bulletproof then goes, you've got time. Okay, so we're from the past. We're called the Wildcats. A man named Majestic stepped through a portal with an orb from a demon named Hellspont. Grifter and Zealot chased after Majestic, and we're stuck here until we got the orb, Spartan explained. Before Bulletproof can answer, Officer Hardtop runs in and tells Bulletproof that some guy that's calling himself Majestic is threatening to release some orb into Empire City. I take it that this is the guy you're talking about, Bulletproof asked. Spartan goes, yeah, that's him. Mace, let the vigilantes go. We'll let them handle this, Bulletproof ordered. Sure thing, Bulletproof, Mace agreed. Mace then released Grifter and Zealot. Thanks for bailing us out, guys, Grifter said. We have work to do, Spartan said. Wildcats, let's go. They head downtown to Empire City Hall, where Majestic is threatening to release the orb. Hold it right there, Majestic. You're too late, Spartan, Majestic said. I have some backup. All of a sudden, the leader of crime in Empire City, Big Boss, his nephew Berserko, one of his top criminals, Nightshade, Rock Crusher, and Squeaky Clean, and Misdemeanor attack the Wildcats. So getting all the main villains of
both shows.
All the main villains of C.O.P.S involved.
Oh, how many villains are there? There's two?
In C.O.P.S?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them.
Who's the main villain?
Probably the guy that calls himself Big Boss. I mean, that would obviously make him a boss. At least that's, how I would take it. Right on time, Big Boss, Majestic said. Happy to be of service, Majestic, Big Boss said. Majestic and company attacked the cats. All of a sudden, Bulletproof and Mace show up and help fend off the crooks. Go get your orb, Bulletproof said. Thanks, Bulletproof, Spartan responded. Majestic tries to run away, but Mace catches him. Maul catches him, I'm sorry. Going somewhere, Majestic? Maul asked. Let go of me, you big goof, Majestic then said. Voodoo grabs the orb and Maul throws Majestic into a trash can. I've got the orb. Now what? Voodoo asked. We need to use it to get back to the present, and then give it to Void, their human computer, to contain it. Spartan said. Let's head back to the station. Bulletproof said.
So, so does this take place in Philadelphia? Because I'm reading that. What is it? Sergeant Colt.
No, the place is called Empire. First of all, it's a cartoon, so it really doesn't take place anywhere. Well, it's not filmed anywhere.
Yeah.
But no, the place it takes place in, it's called Empire City.
Okay.
But a lot of them are from Philadelphia, or a couple of them. I think Bulletproof is.
Yeah, and then Sergeant Colt. It says.
Okay.
It says. Sergeant who worked for the SWAT in Philadelphia Police Department.
Yeah. So they came from all over, just like the cowboy cop that Liz talked about earlier. And Liz is calling them a colorful bunch because Liz is looking up everything on Wikipedia as we're talking about it so she could get better acclimated with the show.
That's what I'm doing too. That's a good idea.
Well, I appreciate you guys doing your due diligence. I mean, well, technically you have to because you're on the show with me. Liz is just being a loyal viewer.
I just think that's ironic that it's from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I read that.
All right, here we go. Our computer expert mainframe will help activate your orb. Bulletproof said. Back at the station, mainframe hacks into the orb and reveals that it's powered by an evil force. Bulletproof, mainframe said. I don't like the looks of this. What's wrong, mainframe? Bulletproof asked. It looks like this orb is harboring an evil spirit or something, mainframe said. Reese, doesn't that make sense? Does that make sense to you guys? Or does that make sense to you guys? Bulletproof asked. And then Grifter goes, unfortunately, it does. There's an evil spirit inside the orb, Spartan said. We need to take that orb back with us so our computer Void can destroy it. And then Warblade goes, guys, we might not have that chance. A portal opens up and Hellspawn comes walking through. Give me the orb, Hellspawn demanded. Don't count on it, Hellspawn, yelled Spartan. Try this on for size, ugly, mainframe said. She opens up another portal for the Wildcats and then sets the orb to self-destruct. Bulletproof then throws the orb to Hellspawn and pushes him through the first portal. The orb then self-destructs. Appreciated, Bulletproof. The Wildcats get back to the present, and where Jacob, Marlowe, and Void are waiting for them. Where's the orb? Marlowe asked. It was destroyed, Grifter said. Are you sure? Void asked. It blew up with Hellspawn. So yeah, we're sure, Spartan said. Good enough for me, said Jacob Marlowe. The end. Thank you. So, yeah, it could be a fun
really
little...
Well,
huh?
That was intriguing storyline.
Thank you.
I would watch it. So I give it an 8.5.
Yeah. Liz just said, haha, nice. Thank you, Liz. So, yeah, I think it would be something.
I think it could be actually a good movie. I think.
Yeah, you probably have to add more to it to make it a movie, but it would definitely be, and I probably could, but it would definitely be a. It would definitely would be a really good episode, like a really good half-hour crossover.
I think it works together because it's not so much similar, but they're one is like heroes and one's like obviously cops.
Yeah. All right. So, a couple comments from our girl Lizzie here. Uh, I can see why the two teams would meet each other. They seem to fit perfectly in each other's world with conflict and all. Which she's right. So this would be a really good. It does kind of mesh well, doesn't it?
Yep.
All right. And then her next comment was, I am so laughing at the dude named Grifter, his whole look and personality. Yeah, he is definitely a 90s comic character.
I would say this is a top 5 episode you did.
I appreciate that, Eric.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely bouncing back after the bomb from a couple of weeks ago.
It wasn't so much a bomb. But last week's episode was really good too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just I mean, some of these are actually easier to write than others. This one was definitely easy, and it also helps that I like both shows.
I have to check out Cops though.
Yeah, it's a really good cartoon. It's on Tubi. A lot of the episodes are on YouTube too.
I'm probably gonna watch one or two episodes of Cops.
Yeah, I watched a couple episodes this morning. Uh, but yeah, so that's Cops and Wildcats. So you liked it, Eric?
Yep. I think it's one of your top. It's probably top 5 for me.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I give it an 8.5. Yeah.
I definitely appreciate that. All right,
Yeah, of course.
next week is going to be the first movie that I wrote. Even though technically a couple of the other things that I've done could technically be turned into a movie. But so this is technically the first movie script. It's called, all right, so the name of the universe is called Toon City. So it's in the Toon City universe. This is volume 1 of Toon City, and the name of the movie technically is called Don't Run Away. And so basically the plot of the movie, and I'm just going to go, is a little boy runs away from home after being grounded by his mother, and he encounters some of the cartoons in Toon City. And in the movie script, we are going to have appearances from Simpsons characters, or a Simpsons character, the TV character Bonkers, which is a Disney cartoon cop, who's an idiot, by the way. Also, we are going to have characters from Doug.
Not you, Doug. Doug.
Not me, Doug, you bonehead, the cartoon.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Just want to clarify that for the audience.
Yeah. Yeah. So we are going to have characters from Doug involved. There are going to also be. We can't cue the Doug theme song, Liz. We might get copyrighted. Because it's technically, I think it's a Nickelodeon property and a Disney property.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're gonna have characters from Doug. We're gonna have Looney Tunes characters involved as well. Garfield's in it. We are also gonna have characters from the real Ghostbusters are gonna be involved, and Scooby-Doo will be in it as well.
Ooh.
And by the way, Eric, there's also
more people to join the chat for this.
Yeah. Also, Eric, there is a character that is going to be in this one that is based on you.
Yeah, I was gonna. You told me that. I wasn't sure
Yeah,
if it was this one or the next one.
technically, it's gonna be both. Because I found a role for
Okay.
you in the other one. Uh,
Oh, how nice. Thank you.
no problem. But also, making an appearance in this will be one of the ponies from My Little Pony. I can't forget
Ooh.
that. So quite the mix. I'm gonna work on more. I'm writing the volume 2 script now.
Ooh.
So that's gonna be in a few weeks. Uh, Provided I can get it done,
I'm
which
looking forward to this one.
I'm like 2/3, I think, of the way done on that one.
And we'll probably be doing this in the afternoon, early afternoon, or mid afternoon.
Yeah, you just got to let me know what time's best for you,
Yep, I will.
because uh, then we can figure it out and get it done. Because your brother's coming in next week, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we don't want to, we don't want to disturb that. Uh, Mainly because I like your brother. So, but yeah, so that's who's all making an appearance in that. Uh, Also, the mom and the two little kids that are in the that I wrote into next week's script are also based on real people, as is the villain.
I'm interested to see who plays the villain.
Well, you're not going to know him.
Oh, okay.
Uh, you're going to know the villain in volume 2,
Ooh.
uh, which I'm not gonna really reveal it on air,
Yeah.
because but you're gonna know the villain in well, you're gonna know a couple of the characters in volume 2. Uh, besides the one that's you. Uh, but yeah, so that's next week, and then in 2 weeks it's gonna be the real Ghostbusters and Courage the Cowardly Dog.
That should be a good one.
Yeah, and then in 3 weeks will be volume 2 of the Toons of the When Toons Combined Toon City movie series.
So it'll be called Toon City. I'll have to remember that.
Toon City is the name of the universe.
Uh,
The name of the movie, uh, the name of the movie is going to be is called "Don't Run Away" or something
don't run away.
like that. Liz just said, she goes, "Ooh, Ghostbusters and Courage sounds awesome." It was another really good one to write, Liz. So
This will probably be on that in the chat
yeah,
for that.
hopefully she'll be in it. Hopefully she's available to be in the chat room for that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hopefully next week too.
yeah. Well, we'll see. Uh, but yeah, so we got some, and then I got some other ones that are on the docket. She just said if I don't have to work, sure. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, and then I got some other ones on the docket that are ready to be written that I will get to. Like I said, I'm almost finished with volume 2 of the Toon City series. Which this one's actually the volume 2 is going to be called The Mad Scientist.
Ooh.
So, uh, and I'm still working out, even though I'm 2/3 of the way done. I'm still working out if I'm bringing any other characters in it or not. But yeah, so
Is your brother in? Oh.
not yet. But yeah, next week is going to have involvement from the real Ghostbusters, Scooby Doo, the Looney Tunes, characters from Doug, a character from The Simpsons, Bonkers, a
Ooh.
character from My Little Pony, and Garfield's in it.
Hey,
And
just remind me in text.
yeah, no, I'll definitely remind you. Oh, did you put up the the poll yet for the tiebreaker for the
Oh
wrestling thing?
shoot, I forgot that. Just text me the names
Yeah,
again.
I'll text you.
do it
I'll
after the
I'll
show.
text you the names after we get off the air.
I totally forgot.
I kind of figured.
I mean, being at work and then
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, technically, the show isn't next week. We're doing a different topic anyway. I mean, we still have to get this done.
yeah. So
But
we'll have it until like Wednesday or Thursday.
huh?
I'll leave the poll up until like maybe Thursday or Friday. That
Yeah.
way we
Well,
know.
usually the polls last like 3 days.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's
So,
automatic, right?
huh?
Is it automatic from Facebook?
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's usually like poll ends in like 3 days or some crap like that.
Cool.
So, all right. So next week will be the first movie script. When Tunes combines, Toon City, Don't Run Away is the name of the movie. It's definitely gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be fun because of some of the characters I've incorporated into the film, into the script.
I'm intrigued. I'm in it.
Yeah. Your part isn't as big in this one as it's gonna be in the next one. I mean, you're in it, but it's just like it's kind of like a cameo, but not really.
That's fine.
But like your story arc kind of starts.
I'm still intrigued that I'm in it.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Liz, thank you very much for joining us as always. We always appreciate having you in.
Bye, Liz. I'll see you tomorrow.
And then, Eric, I'll see you. Like I said, I'll text you that match that you have to post up in the Wrestling Through the Years group in a second. Make sure to check out Stabcast tomorrow with Daniel and Mindy, as long as Mindy feels better. The Bro Down on Monday with Daniel and Bobby. We'll be back Friday for Wrestling Through the Years, as we're going to talk Bad Blood 97. And then, of course,
and plan to put me on. That's his choice.
Yeah.
And then Unscripted Sports with me and my brother for NFL on Wednesday. And then Tuesday is my college football.
Yeah. So, all right, make sure you watch out for that. And then we'll be back next week for When Tunes Combine for the first When Tunes Combine Toon City movie. And we'll see everybody next week.
Hi, guys.
Bye. All right.
Talk to you tomorrow. Later, everybody. Football. Go Bills.
Oh, I know I'll hear from you.
So, go Bills. I'll be rooting for them tomorrow.
Yeah, so am I. And we'll see how the Eagles do against Tampa.
Yeah, it's a tough spot because it's back to back, and they have a bye week next week too.
Yeah.
So,
all right, Liz, thank you again. We appreciate it. We'll see you later. All right, later, everybody.